And welcome back to Slushie Review. This is Keith.
And this is Chris.
And today we are reviewing Antman and the Wasp, Quantumania.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it's called? Antman and the Wasp, Quantumania?
I think so.
I think so too.
Let's see.
Let's go with that. I'm going. You know what? I'm gonna give Wasp a little love. There's two Waspices. A little waspy.
You were right.
Yeah, brand new movie. Phase 5, I believe, right? Because Black Panther was in the Phase 4, so this is the beginning of Phase 5. So yeah, we're getting right into it. No Marvel fatigue over here.
Nope.
Regular fatigue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Same.
No Marvel fatigue.
Not me.
DC fatigue. Yeah. I mean,
Maybe it's more like Warner Brothers fatigue. I don't know.
yeah. Because that Flash trailer.
It looks good.
It did look good. I was upset, but it was good. I know you saw about the tweet. I was pissed.
Yeah.
I was so bad.
Yeah.
That Flash trailer looked so damn good. Not gonna lie. But that blue and gray suit that Ben Affleck had on, ooh, with the gold belt, ooh, hit me right in the nostalgia boy, in the bone, nostalgia boy.
Captain America's new sidekick.
Same. R.I.P. Kevin Conroy. Good times. Either who. Today we're drinking some big gulp slushies. We're drinking some big gulp slushies. Slurpees, one may say. I don't know. I got a amalgam of flavors. I know I got green apple. What else did I get?
Mango lemonade.
Ooh, mango lemonade.
And blue raspberry, I think.
Blue raspberry. I think I got a fourth one too.
Did you put the pina colada in there?
I did not.
Good.
So maybe it was just those three. Doesn't really taste like anything, honestly. They all kind of got mixed up. It tastes like a bunch of sugar. What'd you get?
I just went straight up green apple.
Yeah, this tastes like crap. But delicious crap. But crap nonetheless. I'll have a headache in an hour. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, no Marvel fatigue over here. We're going to do, like I said, Antman and the Wasp Quantumania. And, yeah, that's it for the banter, guys. We're going to get right into it.
Let's do it.
Right after these messages from our sponsors. Thank you for listening. We definitely appreciate it. Make sure you follow us at Slushie Review on Twitter at Slushie Review. You can also check us out on YouTube. Just search Slushie Review. We pop up. We're the first result. And then check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. And also, coming soon, Instagram. Follow us on IG.
The gram.
At Slushie Review Podcast.
Yes.
We just started it. Need some followers, need some likes. And welcome back. Keith, will be doing the cast. And then young Chris is going to do the plot. But first off with the cast. We have an Antman and the Wasp, Quantumania. We have first up Antman, Scott Lang, Paul Rudd. We have Evangeline Lilly, Hope Van Dyne, the Wasp. We also have Michael Douglas coming back as Hank Pym. Michelle Pfeiffer coming back as Janet Van Dyne. Mr. Jonathan Majors himself, Kang the Conqueror.
Yes.
We also have Catherine Newton as Cassie Lang. Introducing Bill Murray.
Space Jam.
Yeah, you like
Yes.
that? Bill Murray as Lord Krylar. Did he die?
I assume he did.
I'm pretty sure he died. Yeah. We have Katie M. O'Brien. Who is she? Because I don't know. She looked familiar. And
oh, she was the revolutionary leader.
no, I know who she was in this. She was in The Mandalorian, but I don't know if that's how I knew her.
Okay, she was in Z Nation. I watched that. Didn't watch Black Lightning. Didn't watch Westworld. Yeah. Her part of The Mandalorian is probably a very small part.
Yeah, probably.
Didn't watch Magnum P.I. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Don't remember any of that shit.
She was in Power Rangers.
The movie?
Mm-hmm. As Aisha. But nah, she couldn't have been that Aisha, though.
Power Rangers Zenith. That's something else.
Yeah. Either way. She looks familiar, though. She's a martial artist. Man, you could tell. But either way, Katie O'Brien, she was Jintora. First off, she was hitting the gym. She was
Asian gym.
Listen, she was in every gym. She was ripped.
Yeah.
First off, her six pack was crazy. Her arms crazy. Deltoids crazy. I mean, whew, I was like, girl, she had it going on. Anyway, another new character, William Jackson Harper played Quaz. He was a telepath.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen him in many things. I never knew who he was. But he was in Midsummer.
I don't remember him being in that.
I do remember him being in Midsummer.
I know he's in The Good Place, but I didn't watch that.
I knew he was in The Good Place too.
I was like, it's the guy from The Good Place that I'd never watched.
Yeah. I knew he was in Midsummer. I didn't know that until just now, but I think he was one of the friends in Midsummer. He was like the only black dude in there.
Makes sense.
I think so. Because there was only one black dude in Midsummer. I think he was like the horny dude. Was he the one that was trying to have sex? Or no, I think the white dude was trying to have sex with everybody, right? In Midsummer.
I don't really remember. I just remember the one dude got put in a bear suit and drank some blood. And I remember those old people getting fucking hammer broed after they
not just regular
jumped
blood.
Off those cliffs.
Well, that's fair.
I don't know. It was.
It's okay. We don't have to say.
I'll say it. I'm not offended by it.
This is a PG podcast.
The fuck it is. Since when?
The fuck it is.
Since when?
Hold on to your fucking butts.
Hold on to your butts.
Oh, Christ. Good times. Good times. Anywho. Oh, Christ.
We like to have fun.
We do. We do. It's so good to talk like this again.
Doesn't?
It's so good.
Who doesn't like that?
Oh, he was also in Jack Ryan. That's good. I got to watch the second season of that. I heard the second season's better. I don't know where I heard that from. I think I'm making that up. But I want it to be better because the first season was so boring. It was boring. I wish it was better. I wanted more from Jim. It was okay, but it was like, do more. Like I poked you with a do something.
Trying to do something. No.
Yeah, it was like, oh, he's an analyst. I'm like, okay, cool. It's like, but he's a secret agent. He's not really an analyst. I was like, oh, okay. And then he didn't do much.
I was like, oh, he didn't do any secret agenting either.
Yeah, he did, but like, it wasn't enough. If you're gonna be a secret agent, I need you to be a. I don't need him typing on a computer. He's still an analyst. You're gonna be James Bond. Be James Bond.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He pushed up his glasses a couple times. I was like, oh, okay, I can do that.
Yeah, same.
Come on now. We ain't need Jim to do that.
Doesn't get me anywhere.
No.
Doesn't make me good at computers.
Oh, who is he?
Who?
Veb. I didn't see him.
I think he was the slime dude.
Yeah, but he's in this movie. He's in Antman.
He's in the franchise.
Oh, but he just played something else?
Yeah, because when I saw his name in the credits, I was like,
yeah,
where?
I saw you say something.
Because I heard because like that voice sounded familiar. I think I know the voice. And then when they were looking at this, I'm thinking he was the Ooze dude.
Okay.
Because the dude above him was the dude with the laser head.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I ain't know how to say that name, so I wasn't. David Dasmalchian was Veb. We also have Randall Park as Jimmy Woo. He's back.
In a blink and you'll miss it cameo.
Facts.
If you're me.
100%.
Because I did not see him.
100%. We got some people. There was a broccoli guy. That was cool.
There was a broccoli guy.
Quantumania. Ooh, I like that. I'm just gonna keep scrolling down. I know we had Corey Stoll as MODOK. What does MODOK mean again?
Mechanized organism designed only for killing. Though I think in some instances in the comics and shows it stood for like mental organism designed only for killing, or mechanical organism, or there was that like superhero squad show that was like a kids cartoon one, and someone hit him with like a love spell or something, and it was like organism designed only for kisses or some shit. It's goofy.
Hilarious.
And it says uncredited next to him, but his name was definitely in the fucking credits.
Oh, for sure.
So I don't know what I'm
again. That's when he's supposed to be a secret character, or not a secret character, but like a secret cameo.
Yeah.
But then they show him in the trailer. Again.
Apparently, didn't see it. Thankfully,
it's like the fucking Spider-Man all over again.
Uncredited, Tobey Maguire.
Every single time I see Civil War, which I just watched, I was like, I get mad all over again. Under rules, and I'm like, and I'm like, if I would have never known.
Stay down, kid.
So, either way, that's it. That's it. That's the cast of. Oh, I guess I should say. Spoiler alert for this movie, Quantumania.
Oh yeah, there are a couple more people, aren't there?
Yeah. Spoiler alert for this movie. I mean, honestly, whenever I get to this, editing this, it's been some time.
Well,
probably won't need a spoiler alert, but I'll say it anyway. So with that being said, after credit scene, we had a couple Kangs. We was Kangs. That's funny to me. Oh man, if somebody doesn't make a meme of we was Kangs,
you can do it.
I'm terrible at that stuff. I have the idea.
I can try it.
You can.
How about if I make it and I send it to you?
Yeah, then I post
it.
And
then you post it. And I get the residuals.
Whatever money I make from it, I will give you some.
Fingers crossed. There's a lot riding on this.
Any fame I get, I'll just give you all the fame. How about that? That's fair. Wasn't me.
Okay.
You know what they say? Behind. Never mind. Let me stop.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was gonna say something wild. Let me just stop.
I kind of want to hear it.
Yeah, no, I do too, but I don't care. Sometimes I don't know where I'm going, so I'm like, I kind of want to hear it too, but no, let me not. That's gonna be
sometimes
wild.
I start a sentence and I don't know where I'm going.
No clue
until I'm like halfway through.
And I'm like, ooh, probably shouldn't have said that.
Here we are.
That's it. The things I say to my fiance, she be like, "Yeah." I'm like, yeah, probably shouldn't have said that. Good thing I'm at my house. Good thing I didn't say this on a podcast that people listen to. Either way, that was the cast of Antman and the Wasp Quantumania. Let's go with the young Pilot with young Cirrus.
Oh my.
Chris.
That would be me.
Fair. Richard. Co-host.
And fries. And shake.
Fries are done.
Oh my god. Okay, so Antman and the Wasp Quantumania is about Antman living his I can't believe it's happening to me life, his charmed life. He's written a book, he's a superhero, he's rubbing elbows with Captain America's and this and that, and his daughter's all grown up into a completely different person, literally. And
Third one.
Yeah, he's burning through
next time, baby.
Not for the last one. She ain't gonna be in Antman 3. But his daughter's all grown up, and you know he's realized that he wasn't there for her that much. Not it wasn't his fault. You know, he was in another dimension while everyone else was dead. But you know, he gets pulled back into the super science game with some quantum who's-he what's-its going on, and he, Hope Van Dyne, his daughter Cassie, Hank Pym, and Janet Van Dyne get pulled into the quantum realm, and they meet Bill Murray, the star of Ghostbusters and many other things. No, they get separated in the quantum realm, and they learn that there's a whole world in there that even Hank Pym didn't know about, even though he studied it for years. So there's much more to the quantum realm than they had even first realized. And at the start of the movie, you see a flashback where Janet while she was trapped there, met Kang, the Conqueror, to be. And they get there, and everyone's like, and she's like, well, we shouldn't be here, this is dangerous. And she won't say why. And then we learn that it's because of him. It's because of Kang the Conqueror, the man that she trapped there, basically, many years ago. And now that they're there, he decides he's going to use them to escape the quantum realm. And things take off from there. Mm-hmm. There's no humor at all in this movie. Strangely enough, I'm kidding. It's not. No, that's not the case. But that's basically the plot. We'll get to the rest of it probably in the likes and the rest of the podcast. So, Antman and the Wasp: Quantumania. A lot of shit happens in the quantum realm. Certain people don't want other people to get out. That's basically it.
Facts.
So, with the plot being out there, I think it's time for some likes. Would you agree?
I agree. Let's go.
I thought you might.
Do you want to go first or want me to go first?
Sure, I'll go first.
Let's do it.
Okay, first thing I wrote, dog selfies.
Hilarious.
Because he's like being a fucking like superhero celebrity, and the most people are giving him is like, take a picture of my dog, or they're giving like finger guns on the sidewalk. These people are being very respectful.
I agree.
Because I'm not famous. So the most I've seen is like, wrestlers will post like their nightmare stories that I follow on like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. People post like, oh yeah, these people come up to me at the airport, or I'm just trying to live my life walking on the sidewalk, and people yell at me and come up to me and they like want autographs and all this and that. He's getting off easy. He's like, oh, selfie? Sure.
I agree.
Finger guns at a kid on a bus bench that I'm on his backpack. Awesome. Get mistaken for Spider-Man. Hilarious.
And a free coffee.
But yeah, $12. But yeah, that was the first thing I wrote.
Later.
God, the first thing I wrote was dog selfies, because I just thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Speaking of celebrities, so Shannon Sharp, you know who that is?
Yes.
He was in...
It's a sports guy, right?
Yeah.
There we go.
He was in an airport the other day, and he was getting his dog, I think, from the airport. I don't know how it happened, whatever. He wasn't getting off a flight, I know that. So I don't know if like he was already off the flight and then he had to go get his dog from somewhere. I don't know what happened, but anyway. So he has like this little dog, and he's carrying the dog. He has like a little like over the shoulder bag that he has like a cross the body bag. Mm-hmm. And he's walking, so he's at like this little area talking to like an attendant. Somebody's filming him from this part. Then he starts walking like towards where the camera is, but like not the person who's filming. And so the guy is just filming him. And you see Shannon like look like, why is he filming me? Like nothing's happening.
Yeah.
And he looks, he goes, what's up? He's like, you're on camera. He goes, why? He goes, I don't know. And he goes, really? He's like, I'm just in the airport, man.
Yeah.
He goes, so? And Shannon's like, really? He's, why are you filming me?
What are you waiting for, kid? Yeah. I don't know, something amazing.
And the guy's just like,
me too, kid.
And literally just walked, and I was just like, leave the guy alone.
Just let people live their lives.
Yeah, I was like you could tell, like he's just like, just getting this dog.
He's like, I'm just here.
Yeah.
Just a person.
Then he posted on Twitter, and Shannon commented, like, he retweeted. He was like, I was just getting my dog. People were like, why are you so mean? He's like, I was just getting my fucking dog. And I'm like, he has a point.
Sounds like he could have been mean. I don't think he was being mean.
I don't think he was being mean.
From that interaction, I don't think he was being mean. He could have been mean.
I would have been way more mean.
He could have been, get that fucking camera off me because I'm not doing anything.
He could have Tobey Maguire this whole thing.
Get out of the fucking way.
Listen.
If they push his dog down, then he'll Tobey Maguire
turns
on
to
him.
John Wick. This is a whole different franchise.
Well.
Either way. My first like.
Yes.
Paul Rudd.
Yes.
Paul Rudd.
I mean.
He's just a guy.
He's on there for me, too.
Like,
how could he not be?
This guy's been famous since he's been, God only knows. You know, there was a little backlash for a little bit, probably about a couple months ago on Twitter.
Against Paul Rudd?
For a little bit. For like 2 seconds. Here's the thing.
Is it because he's looked the same for the last like 20 fucking years?
Also, the backlash ended up being stupid because people were wrong. People were wrong.
Okay.
So it didn't stick. So basically, they were talking about him being in Clueless, which was my first experience with Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
It was Clueless. I love Clueless. Clueless was funny. I had an older sister. I watched Clueless.
I don't know what my first exposure to Paul Rudd was. It wasn't that.
Yeah. So mine was Clueless. I didn't know who Paul Rudd was, but I realized who he was later on in life. I was like, oh, I like Paul Rudd. Oh, he was in Clueless. That's basically how it worked out. So they were talking about the movie role, and somebody shared it, and it got a lot of likes. And they were like, oh, I love Paul Rudd. He still looks the same. And then somebody retweeted it, which got a lot of likes, and was like, yeah, except for until you realize that he was a 25-year-old dating a 16-year-old. And they were like, and so that got a lot of likes and retweets.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, in the movie, he wasn't 25. So they were talking about real life, and I was like, Alicia Silverstone wasn't 16. She couldn't have been. And I was like, oh, maybe she was. I don't know. I looked it up. She was 19.
Okay.
He was 24. They both were playing high school students. And I was like, nah, okay. Why are we doing this? What are we doing here?
They're trying.
Dude, what are we doing here?
They're trying.
What are we doing in life? Why?
I don't know. Gotta do something.
I guess. But why?
I don't know. I'm doing other things. I'm not doing that.
And so either way, without getting on the soapbox, I like Paul Rudd.
Yeah, same.
Paul Rudd walking down the street, smiling, reading a book of his life as Scott Lang.
Hilarious.
Was just genuinely hilarious.
He gets in his car and the fucking book is playing on the radio. Is this your book? No, this is just the radio.
Yeah.
Were you listening to your own book? Oh, this is... Turn it off. Turn it up. Well,
Turn it up. Hilarious.
I like him.
And then at the end, even funnier.
Oh my god, when he gets the fucking cake, happy birthday. I haven't made a cake since '97.
Yeah,
you're an artist.
And
then he fucking at the last scene of the movie takes a bite. Oh my god,
that was hilarious. Paul Rudd's so funny.
That was hilarious.
He's like effortlessly funny.
He was hilarious. That. And then the coffee guy.
It made me want to watch I Love You Man again.
Same, honestly.
We should watch that, by the way.
I'll watch that.
I don't know why
I'll watch that.
But it should be.
I'll watch that.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's do it.
Same.
But yeah, Paul Rudd's great.
Right now.
Paul Rudd's great.
But yeah, Paul Rudd was good. Then when he started realizing, like, wait, is everybody gonna die,
dude?
Okay, let's not think about that.
When he was at the end of the movie, when he's walking down the sidewalk, like toward the camera, I was looking at everyone behind them because I was like, which one of these motherfuckers is gonna turn around as Jonathan Majors?
Yes.
And when the camera like zooms in on him at the restaurant when they put the cake in front of him, I was like, Jonathan Majors gonna hand him that fucking piece of cake, and it's some old white dude. And I was like, all right, almost.
I
was waiting for it. I was just waiting for like someone in the background to be him, or like the waiter to be him, and he's like a freeze frame, like record scratch. How did I get here?
I thought the same.
And it didn't happen.
It didn't.
As far as I know, it didn't happen.
But I was expecting it
because I didn't see Jimmy Woo in here either, so he could have been there. But
I
was waiting for
thought
it.
The same thing. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was like, especially when the music started changing, his face started changing.
Yeah.
I was like, Where is he at?
Because the last time I saw a superhero walking down the street was Doctor Strange at the end of Multiverse of Madness, and his fucking third eye popped up, and he like fell to the ground, and then he was fine in the next scene. Yeah. So I don't know. I was waiting for it.
I was waiting for something.
I was waiting for it.
What are you waiting on?
Something amazing. Me too. Can we do those? Can we do those movies? Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Incredibly, we can.
Yes.
Incredible. And if we don't say the movie was incredible after doing The Incredibles, we lose.
Then we lose credibility. We're no longer credible. We're
incredibly
uncredible.
Incredibly incredible.
Yes.
There it is. Yeah, Paul Rudd.
Yeah, he's good. I thought he was going to die in this movie.
At the end, I did too.
I was worried when he's like, I don't have to win. We just both have to lose. I was like, is Paul Rudd going to let himself die to stop this man that's not really going to stop him at all?
Would have made sense to me.
Yeah.
If he'd have died, especially because of the Wasp and Cassie. I was like, okay, I understand.
Yeah, because that's...
You got to reset it.
Yeah, there's all these things where like, oh, well, Iron Man's gone, but now we have Ironheart, and Thor may be getting out of the superheroing gig, and we have Love. So like,
new Captain America.
We have Captain Steve gave his shield to Sam. We have new Captain America. So like, it wouldn't have been that huge of a surprise to me. And then Hope went back through the portal. I was like, oh, okay, wait a minute, they can go back. Cool. I was like, all right, this is fine. Like, I wasn't mad mad that anyone didn't die.
No, same.
But I was like, I kind of expected.
I was expecting somebody.
I thought someone was gonna die. I mean, a lot of those fucking revolutionary characters did die. That Laserhead dude got fucking blowed up real good.
He definitely died.
But yeah, like I expected, and I mean, Kang died, but even there's like a million of them, so it doesn't matter.
Did he die?
That one did, I think. Even if he didn't.
I mean, they said he died.
Even if he did, maybe he didn't, because that's what he looked. I mean, that character, that one with like the purple and green get up, we'll get there. But yes, Paul Rudd, great. I thought he was going to die. When he was boxing him at the end, I was like, this dude's going to get his ass beat. I was like, hey, Paul Rudd's going to go down hard.
I mean, Antman, with considerably no powers, was fighting a powerful god.
Because like Hope taught him how to fight in the first movie, but like he's no Steve Rogers.
Yeah, you're
no Bruce Banner.
You can't do this all day.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to say that too when he got up. I was waiting for him to be like, I could do this all day. And they're like, yeah, he loves Captain America.
And get hit right before he said, I can.
I'm done.
I need an order.
Like he flew to Germany to fight Captain America at an airport. I wouldn't fight Captain America. I fought with Captain America.
Never do that.
That'd be crazy. Like that's hilarious.
Which is fair.
Yes,
fair. Captain Rogers, Steve America. Yes,
he's the best. He's the best. My next leg. ACAB Cassie Lang looks out for the little guys.
No, 100%.
Even in the fucking quantum realm, she's looking out for the little guys.
Of course she is.
She stole a fucking police car.
Like her dad. Yeah. So it's funny because I did just watch Antman while we're on the subject of ACAB. I was watching Antman. And then I guess for the first time I watched Antman, I wasn't really invested. To be fair, I wasn't really invested in a lot of the side characters. But now going back and like actually watching it and realizing like his hope that I think Cassie said it in this movie, and I know she did, I'm not even guessing. She was like, remember when you robbed Vista? And in the first movie, that's what he did. That's why he went to jail. In the first movie, they were like, oh, you robbed Vista. He's like, he didn't rob, he burgled.
Yep. Robbery implies violence.
Yes. Or something. But he burgled Vista because they were cheating people, and so he stole millions of dollars and gave it back to the people. Robin Hood. That's who Paul Rudd is. He's ACAB. He fights for the little guy. Yeah. He is a little guy.
He literally can become a little guy or a large guy. Or an extra large guy in this one.
Look Out for the Little Guy was the title of his book.
Hilarious.
That he was reading. Yeah.
Which that was in something. That was, I want to say, is it She-Hulk? Or whatever, or maybe it was Love and Thunder, or maybe it was Black Panther. It was like one of the later, like, most recent movies or shows. There was like a news broadcast, and at the bottom it said something about like Ant-Man's book, Look Out for the Little Guy. And I was like, I remember this. Nice. This is hilarious to me.
Good stuff.
Yes.
But yes, that's where Cassie learned it from.
Yes. She learned it from watching her father.
Yeah.
And she stole a fucking police car by shrinking it.
Hilarious.
And slapped it down on the desk like, oh yeah, I did find this. And then leave, and the fucking siren starts going off. She's like, you stole a police cruiser?
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Great.
So you got locked up. Well, you were throwing... where is it? We know you took it. It's hard to see out there with all that tear gas you were throwing into the park full of non-violent protesters.
Facts.
Poignant.
And... You go. Keep going.
Oh, I was like, and in the quantum realm, she was the one that got to the signal thing or whatever, and was like, "Come here, fight." He's one person with an army, but like we have people too. Like he thinks he can't. He's like he can't fight us all. He could.
He's not invincible.
Yeah, it's like he's not invincible. He can't beat all of us. I believe that he could have.
He almost did.
He definitely almost did.
He had some little fast plasma bolts, whatever.
Those people were just disappearing. It wasn't even like pff, and like a body drops or like ashes. Like they were just.
He did not have the space stone either. He was
just gone. And then that dude, that fucking laser dude, shot his face laser at him, and he turned it blue, wrapped it around himself, and shot it back into his laser mouth.
That was
and
sweet.
Exploded. I was like, that dude is big dead.
Then he stopped her little whatever she had, the little stick.
Oh yeah, the spear that was like, I don't know what that was doing.
What it was doing.
They were just like
liquefying
vanishing.
people.
I don't know.
It was kind of like liquefying.
Sweet.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's like, nope, stop.
Gentora, she was sweet. I liked her.
Yeah,
she can go back.
Yeah,
I liked her.
But yeah, Cassie Lang was looking out for the little guy. A-Cab all the way. And
never did.
A-Kang all the way also. And I thought she was good. I liked her in Detective Pikachu. Same actress, I believe.
Oh shit!
Yeah, she was the reporter with Psyduck in Detective Pikachu.
That's who she fucking was.
I liked her in that. I liked her in this.
She looked familiar.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think about it. You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. I just realized she wasn't in Endgame.
No, it's a different girl.
I knew we just talked about it. Wasn't connecting the dots.
Yeah.
Damn, that was her.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Hilarious. Damn, I need to watch Detective Pikachu again.
Yeah,
really
good stuff.
Good. I don't know. I'm shocked. I don't even know why. God damn. You know when you just like realize something like,
right.
Oh, shit. I need to watch Detective Pikachu again.
That's always a good time.
Mr. Mime. That shit was hilarious.
Oh, fucking funny. Megan hadn't seen it, and we were watching it like within the last year. And you could see him off in the distance. Like, oh, that's his informant. She's like, is that a fucking Mr. Mime? I'm going to turn this movie off. And it's like, give it a second. Let him, what is it now? Let him cook? Just let it happen. Let's see what happens. She's like, this is terrible, and I like it. She's like, I like it. I don't like it, but I like it.
Is that the I love it. I think I saved it. It's the Smash Bros. Have you seen that one? It's Mario and some other character with like spiky hair from Smash Bros. And Mario's like this. And then there's a caption that says, hold up, let him cook. I love it. It's so good.
Oh no, it's I've seen one. It's like it's Woody from fucking Toy Story.
Oh yeah,
and
it's
it's from Kingdom Hearts. It's Woody and the kid from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
and he's like,
that's what it is.
Because in that scene, Woody's about to go try to bust somebody's ass.
Yeah,
like he's somebody.
Hold up, let him cook. Yeah. Mr. Mime. Anyway,
hilarious.
Yes, Cassie. I did like Cassie actually. I didn't write it down, but I did like her.
Yes. And she got giant.
She did
punch the shit out of MODOK. That was awesome.
Which was great.
Like split his fucking face open instantly, and I was like,
rightfully so.
Get him.
Good times.
Yes.
My next leg.
Yes.
Jim.
I didn't see him, and I'm sad that I didn't.
Park. Yeah. I
have a thing that I notice that I do if like I'm laughing, I'll close my eyes sometimes. Maybe I close my eyes and see it. But
if it's funny enough,
I might have missed it. Yeah.
If it's funny enough, you gotta close your eyes.
I don't know. This movie wasn't funny at all, so I don't know what I was laughing at. But
close your eyes from all the not funniness.
Yeah. Not funny.
Not funny enough.
Dry.
I close my eyes at your not funniness. Not funny enough. But yeah, I saw him. That was just a like.
That's great.
Because he's in it.
I got to read.
And I thought he was in the first one. He was not in the first one. What you mean? And
No, because he was like his parole officer during the second one.
And that's when I realized. I was like, wait, I thought he was in the first one. Now I was like, damn, he's not in this
second one. And WandaVision. Yep.
And I was like, damn, I kind of want to watch Antman versus the Wasp. And I was like, no, Keith, you got to stay on the same page. I almost watched it just so I could see him.
Just so you could see Jimmy Woo.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah, no, I was like, whatever. It is what it is. But such is life. But yeah, that was his one.
Okay. Next one I wrote was a quick one. The drinkable translating ooze.
That was funny.
I thought that was funny as shit.
But it was good. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, not make sense, but it makes sense.
Right, because like they went somewhere else, and they could understand each other, and the beings that live there could probably understand them, unless the ooze changed what they were saying. But like they could probably understand them, but they couldn't. Like Scott and Cassie and them, they couldn't understand what was being said to them. Yeah. And when he drank the goo, and then when Michael Douglas and Michelle Pfeiffer and the Wasp did the shots at the bar, and just like all the noise in the background suddenly just turned into like English speaking language. I was like, I like that. I thought that was cool.
You know what I've learned from watching the guy from YouTube that I watch, Birdman, is when he does the CinemaSin thing, the guy goes, he's like, how does this happen in the movie? And he doesn't think, the guy of CinemaSins, he says, books don't matter. He's like, the guy says, I shouldn't have to read a comic book to understand what's going on in a movie.
Fair.
And
fair.
I don't believe that, but I also do believe it, because for the comic book movies, they have to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
And so I'm not saying it has to be perfect.
Right.
I'm okay with them changing things. But at the same time, if there is source material, that's where it comes from. So do I need to know, like, hey, why does a suit look like this? I don't know. It's in a comic book. It doesn't bother me that you don't have to explain it to me,
right, where
the suit came from, right? But it's in the comic book. His point is, you need to explain it in the movie. And so the guy Birdman, he's like, well, how come they don't explain their powers? And he goes, this is them explaining it. This is them showing you that this is their first time doing it. So, because he's always like, how come we didn't see this power before? He's like, this is your first time seeing it.
You're seeing it now.
You're seeing it now.
Yeah.
So this is them explaining it to you. He's like, no, we should have saw it before. He's like, okay, when you see it before, that's still going to be your first time seeing it. So at the end of the day, it's going to be your first time. And so when I see stuff like this, I'm like, where's that come from? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're showing me that this is a thing in that part of the universe.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Because it could have been like Star Wars, where like the audience doesn't know what R2-D2 or Chewbacca or some of the characters say, but the people in the movie understand it, and they're like, you're right, Chewie, we should go do this. Or what do you mean I'm an idiot?
Fair.
Or, like, they repeat it or they like succinctly paraphrase it so you know what was just said.
Right.
And in this movie, instead of like having everyone in the movie talking another language that nobody understands, they were like, well, let's put a funny scene in where he drinks some red Jello, and then he understands it. They understand everybody.
And they made it make sense in the fact that they were split up and everybody had to do it.
Yeah.
They just had to do it a more, what's the word I'm looking for? A more, not grunge, a more like
just gross,
feral way.
Yeah, because like I'm guessing Cassie, Scott had it poured in his face.
Yeah,
I'm guessing Cassie had it the same way, and the other three went to a bar and
they took a
Janet,
shot.
and Janet was like, "You're gonna need this."
Yeah,
and so they could understand everybody.
So it seems like it's a thing, as opposed to like, oh, this just happened out in the feral lands.
Yeah, like quantum coconut fell on my head, and now I can understand the language.
Exactly.
No, they were like, "Here's what happened." I just thought it was cool.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. I think it helps you shape a universe.
Yeah, I thought it was neat,
and I love it.
Yeah,
it makes sense to me.
Your next one.
I gotta turn my phone back on. I believe my next, like, it just goes with Paul Rudd. I put reading his book. So, so I'm just gonna skip that. I love the quantum realm. It looked amazing. Everybody in it, including like the ooze and all that other stuff, like everything in it was like, I don't know. It looked good.
Yeah.
The thing about Marvel that I really do love is that they make these universes, and not just like universes and like multiverse. They make the Marvel universe different in every aspect. Like, we were in New York with Iron Man. You know, it's New York. We were in New York with Doctor Strange. It was New York, but a different New York. We were in New York with Spider-Man, but it was a different New York than Doctor Strange. So you kind of feel that. Then we were in Wakanda. It's a whole different. It's a whole different planet. You know, and you feel that. You know, and then you go to, you know, Captain Marvel, and you're like, oh, this is a time period. Okay, cool. Like, you understand. Then you see the Eternals, and you're like, oh, that's a time period as well. And I think they do a really good job of showing you all these things and all these places, and you're just like, people who don't get that, this is why I don't understand the whole like, oh, this is a cinema. Well, then what am I looking at? This is amazing. You're building this world out. I'm not just looking at someone like, I don't know what his old whatever eyebrows name is.
Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
Marty
McNotfly. We talk about world building is a thing, right? I don't read books because I don't like read like novels and shit because I don't really give a shit. Like, it doesn't whatever. I have an imagination. I've said, I don't know if I said this to you before, but I said this to my fiance. When I read a book, it's not like I can't read Harry Potter and be like, oh, okay, I can picture that. If I'm thinking about Harry Potter, man, this has never happened. Let's be real. I can imagine my own universe as I can make my own image of Harry Potter. Me personally, I have a very active imagination. I can do it myself. But I don't read a book and be like, oh, okay, I can picture Hogwarts. It just doesn't do it for me. But I can do it myself if I want to. I can write something like that if I wanted to. I've done it before. I've done it in creative writing classes. It's for me, it's easy. I've written multiple things. It's great. I love it. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, that doesn't whatever. But when I see it in a movie, and I'm like, okay, this makes sense. I'm looking at a world that's expanding, and I'm like, okay, so we've expanded this world to different galaxies, to different multiverses. When you look at Love and Thunder, you look at Doctor Strange, I'm about to say a Sorcerer's Stone, goddamn. Harry Potter on the brain. What the fuck was that?
Shang-Chi?
No.
Because they did in that. They went to that like hidden village in that one.
Yeah, but I was thinking the second Doctor Strange movie.
Oh. Multiverse of Madness?
Multiverse of Madness. We go to different timelines. And then that's like, we're expanding this universe.
Loki.
Ugh. And so we're expanding the universe, and you're like, oh man, how much, like, why wouldn't it? It's getting bigger. Then all of a sudden, we go to the quantum realm. We're expanding the universe by getting smaller, by going to like organism, atom, whatever. It's amazing to me that you can make a fucking amoeba look giant, and now you gotta fight it. It's amazing. I don't know. Like, that's it. I love the quantum realm. It looks amazing.
Yeah, it was cool. Like, I was watching it, I was like, is this why people like Avatar? Because of like this kind of stuff,
which is fair.
It's like otherworldly fantasy stuff. I was like, I can dig it. Like, I don't care about Avatar.
No, same.
I was like, I'm liking this.
Fair.
And I like the shit in Star Wars. Some of the stuff I've seen in Star Trek when they actually go to places, and it's not just in fucking Captain Kirk's bathroom.
It's not just a dark galaxy out there. Yeah,
but like Star Wars, Futurama, places where they go to like fantastical places and shit. Like, they're usually pretty interesting. And I thought the quantum, I was like, this is good. I like this. It looks good. Everything in it looks. Who the fuck came up with it? Honestly, and like any of this shit, like who Who?
And if you think about it, it's like they got all this from a comic book. How is this not cinema? Like, the people who made Antman and the Quantumania and all this stuff. I don't read the comic books, so I don't know. But did they draw these Quantumania? I'm sure they drew some of it,
right?
But not at this, not like this.
Yeah,
couldn't have. There's no way. But they drew something, So it's fantastic.
Yes,
watching it and looking at it. And for that matter, speaking of Avatar, I understand what Avatar is and the way it looks, and it is beautiful. Mm-hmm. But it's one world in a rainforest, and I don't care about the rainforest. Like, I just don't, like, it's fine. Like, I know what a rainforest, like, whatever. We're looking at, like, science fiction. And I think I like science fiction more than I like raindrops.
I mean, I'd say Avatar is science fiction, too. But it looks like a fairly realistic setting with, like, fantastical things in it.
Yeah.
This is, like, none of this looks...
Yeah.
None of this
looks
is
a little
like,
different.
mundane or anything. It's like, oh, look, a tree.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, look, no, there's a broccoli person, but he's got, like, eyeballs stuck in it and everything, and he's wearing, like, a leather jacket and shit.
And he's hitting on women.
Yeah,
like,
and he's like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. The building came alive.
Yeah.
Like...
The buildings walked around and had guns.
Yeah, which was amazing,
yes.
by the way. That was actually pretty sweet.
Yes.
It kind of reminded me of something off like Super Mario for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it did. The fact that I don't know why.
Like they just got up and started walking around.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I was like, I like this. But yeah, but I like it. But you're right though, because Avatar looks like something that could be real. Mm. This doesn't look like something, and I like it better.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes sense to me.
Yeah. My next one?
Yeah.
Okay. Next one I wrote was a pretty quick one also. I put little/big drink octopus.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Because when Bill Murray's like, don't try this thing unless you want to change your life. And they flash to the little, they bring him like a bowl of some blue shit, and there's a little octopus alien thing in it with like cute anime eyes.
Yeah.
And they cut to the thing in the drink, and it looks terrified.
Did it? Or maybe because of the eyes. I thought it was like winking.
Like
or
the
something.
one that they put in front of him. I don't know if that was the one that looked, but like the one they put in front of somebody else. Like it looked up and they were like it looked fucking scared. And Bill Murray drinks this fucking thing, and like you hear like the crunch, and it dies. And then as they're making their escape, Michael Douglas is like, don't fuck with daddy.
Yeah.
And throws the blue disc into the little drink, and the octopus thing turns into the fucking monster from Men in Black that came out of that lady.
That's fair.
And destroys everything around it. It's like pulling ships out of the air. It's fucking looks at Bill Murray. It's like, oh well, a little turning of the tables.
Maybe right. Have these tables turned?
I just thought it was great. It was like a real quick like thing, and then they made their getaway. I was like, that's awesome, because they made a point of showing you that little thing in that cup.
Yes,
and I was like, huh. Why'd they do that? And then that happened. I was like, that's why they did it. I was like, that's good. I like it.
Maybe it was the eyes. I thought it was like just the cutest thing.
Yeah.
That's why actually Bill Murray died, because I'm like, it's not going to eat him or anything. But now that you say it,
I don't think he lived through that.
No, he probably didn't. He ain't coming back for Antman, Quantumania 2.
Electric Boogaloo. Every time.
Every single time. My next one?
Yes.
MODOK.
Same. Literally the next thing I wrote after it was MODOK.
Yeah. I didn't know how I feel about it. I think he kind of looks exactly the same.
That's what he looks like. He's a big fucking head in a floating chair with little arms and little legs. And he may or may not have hair. And he has like a circlet on with a red fucking laser thing in the middle.
Like he looks a little more mean in this, but like it's kind of spot on.
If they had made him look the whole time like the metal mask that came down over his face, people would have thought it looked shitty. And it probably could have looked goofy as hell. And I don't think they could have made this character look serious or look to be taken seriously.
That's fair.
And I think that's why they made him kind of a goofy character in the movie, but also in a lot of things I've seen the character in, like cartoons and things like that, he's kind of a goober character sometimes.
I mean, look at him.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, how do you make that?
Right.
And like, oh, I'm intimidated by this.
Yeah.
Because I'm watching right now, it's called Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. It's a cartoon series on Disney Plus. And MODOK's in it, and he talks like this, like he talks like a robot, and he flies around in his fucking rocket chair, and people smack him around, and like he works for, it's called Advanced Idea Mechanics. He like runs, it's called AIM. He runs them, and they like build shit for other villains, and they're kind of villains themselves. They are villains themselves, but they like build shit for other people. And in that show, like they work for Hydra, so they build shit for Hydra. And in most episodes, it's like, oh, we could build this, and they're like, well, then do it. And he just like flies off in his fucking chair, and like he just like no one. I don't feel like he's not a
like a minion
that is taken seriously.
Yeah.
Like in the Superhero Squad show, he's basically like rock steady to the Abomination's Bebop to the fucking Doctor Doom, who is the Shredder in that show. Like he's the goon. He's in some stuff. I'm sure he is like the big villain, but in most things I've seen him in lately, they did a fucking animated series about him on Hulu with Patton Oswalt that I didn't watch.
I didn't either.
But
and it got canceled.
When they took his fucking mask up and it was Corey Stoll's fucking big fucking CGI face, I'm like, this is hilarious to me.
It was pretty funny.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I knew it was him.
Same. Like I heard. It got spoiled for me like months ago.
See, I had no idea.
Everyone was like, oh yeah, Corey Stoll's going to be MODOK at some point. And I was like, didn't he die in Antman?
And after watching it, I was like,
Yeah, and then when they re-showed his death scene in this, I was like, I guess he went there.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because that's their thing. They said in the first one, like, if you shrink between the molecules, you end up in the quantum realm. Don't do that. Yeah. And of course, he has to do it. I know what I have to do.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, it made sense. And I was like, interesting.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
He was a goober. I thought it was funny.
But yeah, looking at this poster, like, there's nothing else. Like, that's why I like this whole, like, looking at this poster and, like, it's a comic book. Like, you can't take some of these characters serious.
Yes.
Because you can't. I can't take this serious.
He's going to be in the next. He was in the fucking Christmas special. He's probably going to be in the next movie. There's Cosmo,
no
hilarious.
Way I could take this dog fucking serious.
Hilarious.
He was also in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, he was.
First one. So in the collectors, whatever.
Yeah.
And so like,
that's a ego in the top right corner of that poster. That is a planet with a beard and a mustache.
Right. Same. Like you can't. There's no way.
Like there's just some stuff. That's just, it's kind of goofy because, and it was made like 60, 70 fucking years ago when everyone wasn't a bitter and jaded piece of shit. They're like, oh, look at this. This is something I haven't seen before and it's fine. Arnim Zola is a fucking Nazi TV that runs around in a robot body.
Yeah. So it's funny to me. And then the funny thing is, though, when I look at MODOK, I'm like, okay, you're right. He can't be taken serious. But also, if he was any more serious, I would only think he was Krang. That's the only thing I would think. And I take Krang serious because he's in a body who's bigger and not like with little arms. And stuff.
He doesn't have little fucking chicken legs and little tiny arms.
But every time he's outside of that body, I don't take him serious.
Yeah, because he's just a little bitch.
Yeah, he's like
he tells the shredder what to do, and the shredder's like, I can beat you, right?
Yeah, because I think a couple times he got kicked out of the body or something.
Several times.
Yeah, and then he's just like Play-Doh. It's like
he's a little brain dude.
He's like, no, I need my body.
I was like, in every video game when you fight Krang, his body blows up, and he's on the little floating thing. He's like, "I'll get you next time."
Yeah,
and he fucking flies away. Because if it was you on him 1-on-1,
you just step on him.
Yeah,
it'd
be like in fucking. You ever play Earthworm Jim?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That when you get to the end of the first episode and it's like Bob the Killer Goldfish in the fishbowl, and he's like looks around, fucking eats him. He's like picks him up and eats him, and that's the end of the level. Like that'll be it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, so yeah, there's no way to take him serious.
Yeah,
but I liked him.
And the way that he was in this movie, because he was the guy in the first movie, so everyone's like, what happened to you? Like everyone sees him and he's like, I'm back. Like he's got his mask down and he's like, oh, I'm MODOK. And this thing, because I was like, hey Scott, how's it going? He's like, Jesus Christ, what happened, Darren?
Also fair.
What happened to you? And like when he unmasked in front of Hank Pym, he's like, "Holy shit,
holy shit," which is fair.
Yeah,
I think
yeah. And they showed him getting built. You saw his little fucking butt as he pulled the bottom thing. Hilarious. Yeah, because like he got shrunk, and then he wound up in the quantum realm as a big head with little arms and legs. Hilarious, and a little butt. Funny.
That was funny. It's funny. I was looking at the cast, and if you scroll down on IMDb, it says like goofs and trivia and stuff like that. The first goof said something about how did Cassie know who Darren was, and I was like, she never said Darren.
Yeah,
right?
She said the Bumblebee Man because he was like Yellow Jacket or something was his name.
And it was like, I guess the goof was, it said like she never saw his face, so how did she know? And I was like, because they called him Darren in the movie, so it's like, Darren, how did that happen? She goes, the Bumblebee Man. I was like, kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
it's not really a goof. It's kind of like people are like, hey, how did you turn this? You look different. Blah blah blah.
This is $2 ago. First, of all.
She was, like, come on, like she know, like, come on, it's not that hard to be like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, like, hey, remember when you were like 4 and this dude almost killed you? His name was Darren. And he went fucking crazy.
I mean, she remembers it.
And he pushed a button and that turned that dude into like a little fucking goo. Like, and the dude like melted and I thought that was fucked up. And he like wiped him up with like a piece of toilet paper or some shit and threw him in the garbage. That was fucked up.
That was fucked up.
And they fought him.
By the way, Corey
fought him on a train set.
Corey Stoll is in Lucky Number 11.
Ooh,
yeah.
I kind of like him. He was in obviously the Antman stuff, but he was in The Strain.
Okay.
On FX.
He's been in
I watched that. I kind of like him.
He's been in a lot of things. He was in Law and Order for a minute.
Like regularly?
I think. Oh yeah, he was one of the cops.
Oh nice.
He was one of like the group, and that's how I first knew him. And then I seen him in Lucky Number 11 because he was I forget whose partner he was, but he was somebody's partner for a minute, for like a couple years. And then he left the show, but whatever. But yeah, he was somebody's partner for a couple years. That's why every time I see him and stuff, I'm like, how old is this man? Because every time I see him, I'm like, he can't be that old. But then I'm like, he has to be old as shit.
Right.
Then I have to be like, how old are you, Keith? And I'm like, okay. Fuck off.
No.
So like, if the first time I saw him, he was probably like 20. And then now he's probably like 50. But it's like, okay, whatever.
Well, now he's a floating head, so.
And then, time.
And he died, so.
Quantumania, time stands still. So.
Exactly. In some parts.
Yeah. So anyway, MODOK was
MODOK, I thought he was good.
Yeah.
And then Cassie fucking rocked his shit. And she's like, you're a dick, man.
Yeah.
Darren, you're being a dick. Like, look at me. Look at me. I'm such a dick.
Which is
that
fair.
was fucking funny. He's like, I'm just such a dick. So you don't always have to be. It's never too late to stop being a dick. He's like, huh. And then he shows up at the end and fucking undoes Kang's fucking dome shield thing. Yeah. And he treated him like a fucking goon too. He's like, you don't talk when I'm in the room.
Which is fair.
Because I wouldn't want that talking to me either. He's like, you don't speak when I'm in the room.
Same.
He was even this movie was a goon. He was funny. Put the mask back. Put the mask. Yeah. Have we tried Up On?
Yeah, I was thinking. Glasses off. Turn the lights off.
Hair.
Okay.
Do we try Down? No. Glasses on, hair down. Tried Up On. But yeah, MODOK.
Save the family again.
Let's get to fuck our way out of this one. We're going to risk another herpes outbreak with Kitty.
No one tells you to do that.
No one asks you to do these things. But I do them for the family.
Fuck City.
I know what you're thinking. How do we keep out the teases? How do we filter out the teases? We don't let them in. I'm full of ideas, Michael. I think I proved that with Fuck Mountain.
I need some more ideas. You do all those ideas in a one day.
It was like 6 months worth of ideas.
Yeah.
And they really don't take that long when you're just rattling them off one after the other.
These don't sound too funny when they're back to back like this.
Color code said documents.
TM.
That's a verbal trademark. But yeah, MODOK, same.
Your next leg.
My next one I'm gonna save for last because it's the biggest one. Probability Scots.
Okay.
I'm saving my biggest one for last. It's Kang, but I'm saving it for last.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the probability Scots I thought was great. He was my next one, but I'm saving him because he's the biggest one.
Listen, I figured that was your next one too because I was like, if we're going in order,
yeah, because they were definitely like after when I first showed up, I know we both picked up our phones and typed and then put them back down. Yeah,
I was like, Kang's next. He was like, I'm saving him. I was like,
he is next. I'm saving him. Yeah. Probability Scott was my next one.
Yes,
because he just started splitting apart, and they're like, what the hell? Stupid. What the hell? Bobby Newport.
Yeah.
Never had a real job. And then one of them was like, what do you dress like that for? Like, these are normal clothes. I work at Baskin Robbins. What are you wearing?
Honestly, it would have done my heart justice if he would have came in as Bobby Newport.
I was waiting for more. Like, they could have done more of those, like just more versions of him. I think it would have been hilarious.
Yes.
I would have loved it. But like the Baskin Robbins one, I was like, this is great. They could have put him in like a prison, one of them like a prison jumpsuit or something, like maybe like a gritty DC universe Scott.
They could have done a lot of things.
Yeah, but like he was the only one that was the normal one. The rest of them were just like, oh, I'm Ant-Man. And they did what ants do, where they like built themselves up.
Yeah.
And I can't say I've seen like real ants do it outside of like a nature documentary or Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, because they did in that. They like climbed up themselves and like built up a tower of themselves as more of them were forming to like rebuild a tower, and they were just fucking dying also.
Awesome.
And I just thought it was cool because they were all like, oh, I'm the real one. And then he got the transmission from his daughter, and they're all like, we gotta do it for Cassie. We gotta do it for Cassie, guys. I know what I have to do. And I do have the strength to do it. And they all like started lifting him up like through the thing, and they were still like fucking Baskin Robbins. Scott picked him up.
Let's
go, man, let's go. And then he fell off the top, and I was like, this is too much. Yeah, I thought it was good. And like Hope showed up with all her probability wasps, and she had no problem with it. While his were all like causing trouble and just like fighting each other. I thought it was cool.
I didn't write this down, but now that you say it, you know what it reminds me of? Come on, you know.
The Matrix.
It's in everything. It's in everything. Yeah. It's there.
Yeah.
I don't make the rules, okay? Yeah. It's there, though, because...
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was cool.
Good times. Mm-hmm. I want to watch The Matrix again. Not the fourth one. Maybe.
Or the third one.
I love the third one. I like it. 2's my favorite, though.
There it is, yep.
But 1's also my favorite. And 3, it's there.
3's there.
I like 3.
Something's got to be the pink or yellow starburst, depending on who you're talking to.
That's 4.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So what's 3? Like orange?
Sure.
Which one's the lowest starburst for you? Is it yellow?
Probably.
Okay, so then orange is the next lowest, or pink's the next lowest for you? Because pink's the lowest for me.
No, pink's 2.
Okay.
Pink's 2.
So for you,
pink is 3.
For you, it goes red.
Yeah.
Pink.
Sure.
Orange. Yellow.
Let's go with that.
Okay.
Because there's like 4 different.
It's much more complicated.
It's way much, because there's like 4 different red ones. Like,
well, I mean, I'm
in
talking
real
like
life,
cherry,
but yeah,
I'm talking like cherry, orange, lemon, strawberry.
To be fair, yes, that it would go in the one you just said. Yeah, red, pink, because pink's good. Orange, then yellow.
Okay.
Yeah. I always feel like yellow's stale when I get to it. I'm like, why is this? I just buy them at the same
it's
time.
A little firm.
Yeah,
That's
it's a little harder. I don't know why.
That's fair.
I don't know. It's funny though because I don't know what we were watching, and we were watching something. There's this TikTok channel me and Lydia are watching. And they were arguing over stupid shit. They were like, he was like, best flavor bull pop, go, and he goes something. He's like, yep. He was like, what about best flavor this? He goes, yeah. He's like, what are you talking about? No, that's not the best flavor. It's this. And I was like, I looked at it, I was like, that's how our Starburst conversation went.
Yep.
I was like, but a good 40 minutes of just.
Yes.
I was like, we were yelling. I was like, it was pretty tough. She was like, I believe it. I was like,
there's no bag of all yellow Starburst.
Just fair. That's a good point.
Which there is.
I don't know if I said it, but
I'm saying it now. There isn't. I like the yellow, but there is no bag of all yellow because it could be. What could you have in there? Lemon, pineapple. That's probably about it. Banana. there are some good like banana berry ones and like the tropical ones. Those are pretty good.
I don't mind the tropical ones. I just never get it.
If you put a bag of all one color Starburst, but like if it's all reds, so it's like cherry, tropical punch, whatever the other ones are. Like there's like 4 different flavors in there, but they're all under the spectrum of red. There's like a couple pinks in there. But if you give me the bag of like all pink, like strawberry Starburst, I'll still eat it. But I'm not going to be as excited about like a variety of flavors.
Yeah. But here's the thing. How come they don't have a bag of all the Starbursts? Every single flavor.
Oh, like, I don't know.
That'd be delicious.
Right, like the original tropical berry, whatever the rest are, sour.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like sour.
I like the sour ones.
Sour to me is
I shouldn't say sour Starburst sometimes. I can do them. But honestly, I think I prefer the regular ones versus the sour ones.
Yeah, sour candy for me is not good.
I like sour candy.
No, I know you do, but I just...
But like even as far as the sour Starburst go, I think I'd rather have the regular ones.
Yeah, I just mean like those like regular tropical.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had berry, but the berry...
Or maybe I'm thinking of Skittles for the berry ones.
That's like the blue bag. Oh, okay.
But there's like the smoothie blend ones.
Yeah, I heard of smoothie.
I think that's both. That's Starburst and Skittles. But like there's been a bunch of different ones.
Put them all together?
Yeah.
Call it a day.
This is 48 hours.
Or else.
These are our demands.
Or else what? Gotta give them an ultimatum.
I'm giving them an ultimatum, which means they give me the whole tomato or nothing.
Cut. I think that was our best tape yet. Same. Yeah. I felt the same way. What was I watching? What was I watching last night? And someone said, yeah, it was All Terrain. And I yelled, All Terrain, dummy.
Yes. You can't bring that in here. Yes, I can. It's All Terrain, dummy. Hilarious. I spent all my money.
I think I was watching Antman last night and something, or was it Civil War or something? It was like All Terrain. And I was like, All Terrain, dummy.
You can't bring that in here.
It's so stupid.
I spent all my money.
Okay. It was about like...
Yes.
This is a question. I wrote a question.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know this. Maybe you might not know this.
Uh-oh.
Was the socialism comment aimed at Lily?
Aimed at who?
Evangeline Lilly.
Is she a socialist?
Is she not a socialist?
I don't know.
I know she's an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah.
I just assume she's also...
I don't know.
Most anti-vaxxers are Republican,
yeah,
which means they're against socialism.
Interestingly enough, that's also my next thing, is I wrote socialist ants.
Oh, yeah, it was great. It was good. It was a good... Because here's the thing, because then he said it, he was like, we can learn anything, and then they immediately go to her, and she goes, Dad!
He's like, I know socialism is like a charged topic nowadays, but...
And then she interrupts him, and I was like, this was... I was like, maybe not.
Are we rolling? Let's just see how this plays out.
She was, Michael Douglas, shout it out. And they just like dubbed it, Dad. I thought you go back and look, it says, Michael Douglas, stop talking about this shit.
Hilarious.
Because I do, like I said, I know she's an anti-vaxxer. So I was like, well, maybe she could still be a... And I was like, no, they usually aren't. And I was like, well... I was like, yeah.
Not my hero.
I was in my head, I was like, can anti-vaxxers be liberal? They usually aren't.
I'll say they could be, but I don't know many that are. I don't know.
I was like, well...
To be fair, I don't know many to begin with. Like in actual life.
Yeah, because they're dead. JK.
Got him. Shit.
I quit. I'm sorry. That's not fair. It's kind of fair.
But yeah, the next thing I wrote was socialist ants because I just thought that was funny.
It's a good time.
Like a little, just throw it in there.
It's a good time.
Funny to me.
It's a good time. That my next like after that is I only have 2 more likes after that.
Okay. I have Kang.
Same.
But I have one before. I can say one before that.
Okay, go ahead.
Michael Douglas. When he came in at the end with the fucking ants,
A beast.
And they just overran everything when that ship started taking off, and that giant one just like fucking landed out of nowhere. Awesome. They like spread their fucking jaws apart, and they had like tasers and lasers and blazers and all kinds of asers on them.
Phasers.
They fucking mobbed Kang in his little bubble, and then MODOK popped his bubble, and he just fucking like crowd surfed him away. And he walks up like, "Sorry, I'm late." "Oh, was that you?" "It's a lot of. Sorry, I'm late. It's a lot of ants." "Oh, that was you." Hilarious. Stupid.
He was kind
and
of
hilarious.
a pimp.
Come on.
I don't want to say he was a pimp. He was kind of a
That's
pimp.
cool. He just walked because he doesn't do anything really. Most of the movie, he like made the drink octopus bigger, and he drove the ship. He fisted the ship to drive it, and he showed up out of nowhere at the end. I was like, I liked it. I thought it was cool. I thought it was neat.
It was kind of baller. It was a baller move.
Yeah.
Like the way he was just walking.
Yeah, he just slowly walked. Yeah.
He had no powers, no nothing.
Didn't come running, didn't have a suit, didn't have like special
nothing.
suit. He just had his hearing aids on.
Yeah, right.
That's it.
Someone get Grandpa out of here, please, because what is he doing?
And it brought in something that I noticed at the beginning of the movie when they all got pulled in. Like, you saw the ants go in.
Oh, I definitely did.
You saw the ants go in. I was
And
like,
then
are
he kept-
they going to show up?
I was like, that's my thing. I was like, and then once he drank the thing, I was like, can he hear the ants now?
Yeah, because
that's what I thought.
I didn't notice. Like, I think I noticed him do it once. So, like, he touched his hearing aid.
Every single time.
I think I noticed it once. And then when they showed up, I was like, yeah. What?
Every single time
it's there.
He did
It's
it
there.
when they were walking, then he did it in the ship. And I was like, oh, he just drank it, so he probably can hear him. I was like, oh, he's going to use the ants.
Chekhov's ants.
Yeah, but then when he came out and was like, oh, they built a society. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, wait, this is not what I thought.
Yeah, because at the beginning of the movie, when he's like, are those ants building stuff? And he was like, they're just doing it. I didn't tell him to. I thought he was being a wise ass. I was like, smart ants. They built their own stuff. I was like, yeah, Scott, the ants built the machines. Yeah, they're genius ants. I was like, yeah, he's just being a dick. And then at the end of the movie, he's like, no, they're like genius ants.
Well,
they're wearing fucking armor and shit.
Well, but then he said, because time works different.
Yeah.
He's like, they've lived lifetimes.
Yeah, he's like, they live like thousands of lifetimes in the span of like an instant, and they've like became super intelligent and built like they say like some kind of like multiple societies and shit. And I was like, this is hilarious.
Then that's when he started talking about the socialism, and I was like,
the socialism, like this is hilarious.
I was like, all right, listen, this guy, they're on to something.
Hilarious.
That's why it has a low rating, because they mentioned socialism.
It's a red herring.
Hilarious. All right, on to the big one.
Did you have another one aside from that?
There was the after credit.
Oh, okay, then sorry, I have two more then.
Yeah.
One for after credit.
Well,
scenes.
both of them.
So yeah, do you want to talk about after credit?
To be
scenes
fair,
first?
I have three of them.
Okay.
I guess the one you have, Kang.
Yeah.
Then
both
two
scenes.
after credits. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The same thing.
Okay, so
yeah.
you want to do after credits then Kang? Because we're just going to go off on Kang, I'm sure.
Nah, I'm sure.
Okay.
But yeah, that's fine.
Hit it.
Multiple Kangs. It was great. That man is an actor, feminine or not.
Ugh.
Listen,
The least masculine supervillain I've ever seen.
listen.
Fuck off with that. First off, that's stupid.
I agree.
He can be anything he wants to be,
And also,
and he chose to be this, and it's amazing.
him as the different Kangs, I believed it.
Yeah.
I was like, well, he's the Pharaoh.
But then, when they cut to the one like the fucking fair headdress, I was like, that's awesome.
That was kind of sweet.
That's awesome.
Didn't even know that existed.
Yeah.
Loved it.
And he had like gold and like the lines on his face too. I was like, this is sweet.
Then the other one that was kind of like, he had like a higher pitched voice. I was like, that's a feminine one.
Yeah.
Got it.
I
was like, cool.
Yeah, that's where it is. The Tron one.
And then I was like looking at the rest of them, like when he was in like the little, I don't know if they're in like an arena or
Yeah, it
something.
looked
I
like
was
a
just
coliseum or arena or something. There's the statues of him. How many did you call? All of them.
all of them. I was like,
Got a million movies they can make out of this. Because honestly, at a certain point, I was waiting for one of the henchmen, the cosmonauts or the quantum nauts or whatever. I was waiting for one of their advisors to come up and it'd just be him.
oh.
Because when he was like, he's like, there's something coming. Me. And a lot of me. I was like, are all of his soldiers also him? But then the credit scene was like a fucking Superdome full of Kangs. And I was like, this is terrifying.
So the funny thing is, I saw a clip of the cartoon, I think, and I don't know if it was a cartoon you were watching or a different cartoon, but it was about Kang, and he was trapped by the Avengers, and they were trying to get something out of him. And so his other Kang, but they didn't look like him. But it was like one was like a dinosaur and one was like something else. They teleported to where he was and was like, oh, thank you. He was like, oh, we're not here to release you. We're here to kill you because since they captured you, because then they knocked out the Avengers out there. It's like, if they captured you, he was like, well, if you release me, I could just kill him. He was like, well, they said something like, if you kill them, they're just going to capture you again and then whatever. He was like, but if we kill you, then we'll have free reign to kill them. So you're just going to die. Yeah. And I was like, wait. And then that's when I was like, oh, I should stop watching this because I want to see. Yeah. And now it's like seared in my brain. So I'm just like, God damn it. Like, is that what's going to happen?
I was watching that Earth's Mightiest Hero show, and they did an episode called The Kang Dynasty. And it's him like showing them the future that's all fucked up because Captain America like shouldn't be in their time because like he got frozen or whatever. Like he's like, he shouldn't be here. He's like a temporal outlier or whatever you call them. If we don't kill him, you're all gonna die, and so is my future and all this. And they're like, yeah, fuck you, dude. We're gonna fight you. I don't remember how they beat him. I know. I think that Iron Man got in his chair and fucked with his chair, and he went back to his ship and was like, all right, fine. And then just like a million more ships of his just started like teleporting in around Earth, and that's how the episode ended. And I'm like,
well,
yeah.
It's the end of that.
There's only 2 seasons of this show, and that was like episode 10 of like the first season.
Oh, okay.
Out of like 25 in each season, in both seasons, that was like episode 10 or 15. I was like, where are they gonna go from this?
The craziest thing about comic books is that, like I told you about X-Men, I was like, why is this the second episode?
Yeah, the world almost ends on like a bi-weekly basis. Constantly.
I was like, what was it? What happened in X-Men that was the second episode?
Like Days of Future Past. Was like within the first 10 of episodes.
It was the first 5.
And it was like a 2-parter.
I was like,
it's like Jubilee's at the mall. Days of Future Past.
I was like, I told you, I watched it. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
I was like, what else happens in the next 3 seasons? I was like, I don't want to watch this anymore. Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. Let's back up a little bit. And then, because the same thing happened with
Dark Phoenix. They did it that way too. They're like 2-3 episodes tops.
Because I think even in the Thanos thing happens super quick too in the comic books, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But like, it's not like a culmination of things. It's like Thanos gets the glove pretty quick.
Here's Daddy. Yeah.
But here's the thing. That's the thing about the whole Marvel everything, is that these are very small instances.
Yeah.
Like Kang, Thanos. Like, there's bigger fish to fry out there. You got the Celestials. You got what's the dude on the surfboard? He's
Silver
apparently
Surfer.
a big deal.
He's a fucking powerhouse. Galactus,
Galactus,
Silver Surfer, all the Celestials.
You also got the Devil.
Yeah, Mephisto. There's like Mephisto. There's the actual Devil. There's fucking Dracula. There's Doctor Doom. There's Baron Mordo still fucking running around out there in the MCU that he hasn't been dealt with.
Right.
Apocalypse,
Apocalypse,
Mr. Sinister, Magneto, Master Mold. Then you got like this regular fucking crime lords like the Kingpin and his goons. Like there's always somebody bigger.
Same. Right.
And like they're like, oh, 3rd episode, throw one of the big ones in.
Yeah.
And then next season, episode 2, throw another one in. Also episode 5.
Yeah.
Like there's just because there's a ton of them. Like, it's like, oh, there's always another big bad. It's like they can just throw them out there.
Talk about fatigue.
Yeah. Nah. In the movies, they're like, we got to build these people up.
Yeah.
And so we give them more build. Like Kang, like Thanos had a big build. Kang is getting a big build.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
And the funny thing is, like, I was like, man, Kang's coming quick. But then now watching, going back through, what's his name? Thanos was in. He was there pretty quick.
Yeah, like he was in
the first Avengers. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
He was in all the Avengers, all 4 of them.
Yeah.
And then he was also in Guardians of the Galaxy. Mm-hmm. He was also in, I think that might have been it though. And then obviously he was in Ragnarok. But
He's at the end of Ragnarok.
But he was in like 7 movies.
Yeah,
and I was
he was
like,
in quite a few, like real quick. But yeah, he was there.
I didn't even realize that, but I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And he had a speaking role in Guardians of the Galaxy. Didn't know that.
Do it myself. Oh yeah, just in the at the beginning.
In the movie.
Yeah, just for the Power Stone.
No, he was talking to fucking Ronan.
Yeah.
He had a whole dialogue with
Yeah,
Ronan.
because like he was the one that he wanted to like have him get the Power Stone for him. He's like, well, if I get it, why do I have to give it to him?
Yeah, he was like, if you get, he was like, who you talking to, boy, or something like that. And then he's like, come back empty-handed again.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, listen, I don't know what we were talking about, but
Credit scenes.
multiple Kangs,
multiple
great.
Kangs, and then the Loki thing.
Where were they at?
Some old timey,
loved it.
Old timey time.
Loved it.
This is what Victor Timely in his whatever the fuck machine, and he was in the spotlight, and then they cut to fucking Loki in the audience. I was like, and then fucking I forget his name.
Wilson.
Yeah, Mobius. Yeah, Owen Wilson Mobius. Yeah, I couldn't think of either of his names for a second, and they came to me after you said Owen Wilson. I was like, yes, it was him and Mobius, same person. I mean, I was like, this is gonna be good because that's how they introduced him. Was at the end of Loki season 1.
Yes,
he was He Who Remains.
He Who Remains,
and he was like Kang, Conqueror, whatever you want to call me. You know, He Who Remains if you're nasty. And then you're like, he's like, I have many variants, schmariants. And then he was like, oh, well, you know, the time stream, this and that. And they didn't really mention the time stream in Multiverse of Madness. They just mentioned the multiverse. And then in this one, they were like, yeah, he like makes the circle, and then you see all the shit coming off. It's like, that's exactly what was on the screens at the end of Loki, was like the time stream like branching off.
Well, they kind of mentioned it in Spider-Man, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, did they mention it? I feel like they kind of mentioned it in Multiverse of Madness too, about the universes colliding and stuff.
Yeah, like incursions. Okay. Yeah, because then he said incursions in this one.
That's right.
And because like in Loki, it's the TVA, it's like the Time Variance Authority. So their thing is like they call them like the timelines and this and that. And in Multiverse, they're like, yeah, it's multiverse. And in this one, it's like same person, same deal. And I'm like, cool, this is gonna get wild.
Wild and crazy kids, baby.
And then they got the fucking Coliseum of Kangs. Then you got Loki and Mobius finding him in one timeline or multiverse or whatever. And I'm like, this is going to be good.
Chris, where's the fatigue happening?
Not for me.
Because I don't get it.
Everyone else can have it.
I'm just as giddy
that's more empty seats in those movie theaters, as far as I'm concerned. Because there was like 3 people in that theater sitting. It was fine. There could have even been less than I would have been. There was
a lot more people actually. There was 6-7 people up front because they got up as soon as the movie was over.
Why were they so close?
They were not up front, but they were in the right where the stairs is.
Yeah,
they were right there.
Because I noticed that he got up and left as soon as he ate that piece of cake. Oh, and then they were gone.
They were out. I was like, damn.
I mean, I'm sure you can always look it up online later. But I'd like seeing it in the theater.
I guess people, I don't know. Whatever. I don't know.
I'm not missing out.
Not my issue. I ain't got nowhere to be.
Them not watching it doesn't affect me.
It doesn't. Yeah. It doesn't. But then, the other 3 people stayed for the first one, but they didn't stay for the second one.
Yeah, there's
like
just
one other guy,
one other dude.
Yeah.
And as soon as they cut to the second one, I was like, oh, what's happening here? But when Loki was on the screen, I almost got out of my seat to lean forward and look at it. I was like, this is getting wild.
I was not expecting to see Loki.
No.
Not even a little bit.
I was expecting to see a reference to Shang-Chi or something, because everything in Kang's empire, whatever he had built, everything was round, everything was circular, everything was metal circular rings. When he had his chair, it was the force field was the rings were rotating around his chair, making the force field. And I kept thinking that was going to be because at the end of Shang-Chi, they're picking up a signal from somewhere.
He did say that.
I was like, huh, is that going to be it? Because I said something. Because I think I said something to you, and when the first trailer came out, I was like, "There's a lot of rings in this movie." In the trailer, and it's like, we'll see. And it wasn't. I was like, cool. I didn't predict it. I wouldn't be like, I called it. If I did, I might. But I'm not mad that I saw that. I was like, there's a lot of rings. Yeah. There's more than 10. I didn't. Now that it isn't the thing, I'm not like, oh well, I hate it because I couldn't predict it.
No, I didn't.
If I can't predict it, that means they're doing something better than I'm coming up with in my head.
Fair.
Yeah.
Listen, you know me. I ain't got time. But either way, Kang.
Yes.
Star of the show.
This was let's say this was his movie, honestly.
Same.
Like Ant-Man's a star, like Paul Rudd's a star, but like this was Jonathan Major's like big breakout role in for sure.
Wink.
They didn't wear no feathery pink flamingo coat in this, but when he fucking blew his sleeve off, though, and you saw a fucking gun for an arm, come on. I was like, that's Creed 3 right there.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, oh, he boxes the shit out of Ant-Man right now. I was like, Paul Rudd, stop it.
I was like, stay down.
Just stay down.
Stay down, Paul.
Stay down. I was like, sir, stop it.
Yeah.
He's about to beat Rocky.
Ooh.
Not Rocky, but the guy who beat Rocky's son, dad, that guy.
Yeah.
His son.
Yeah. He was awesome.
He was great. Like, the thing about Jonathan Majors I like is that he shows so much emotion when he acts. Like, he almost looks like he's going to cry every time he speaks. And I'm just like, whatever you're talking about, I got it.
Yeah.
I believe you. Even when he's happy, he's just like... And I'm like, yeah, tell me about it, man. Tell me about it. And like, he kind of felt bad for King. He's like, you don't know what I lost. And I'm like, hey, listen, he's kind of right.
We'll see.
I don't know what he lost either, but
I don't know either. We'll see.
I kind of felt them. I was like, listen.
Because Thanos wanted you to feel for him when he pushed his daughter off a cliff.
Also same.
And I did not.
Same.
Because everyone likes to look, well, Thanos was right. Thanos was not right.
Thanos was not right.
He could have come up with other ways to do it.
Yeah,
he could literally do anything with that fucking glove. And he's like, oh, let's kill everybody. It's stupid. But no, Kang was sweet. His throne / like ship chair thing, amazing.
The fact that they could just like that little thing underneath this is like the Magneto thing.
Just step down onto those laser steps, awesome.
It wasn't even a step; it was like a floating.
Yeah, the disc. Yeah,
yes,
just like Magneto in the second one.
Except for no blood.
It didn't come out of some security guard's ass. The backstory with him and Janet. When he just like happened to be there one day, and then she fucking marooned him there.
Exiled.
Yup. And and that's the thing, they didn't say who did it. I wonder what it's gonna be. I have no idea.
No, his variants. I thought they said the variants exiled him.
Was it? I just thought he kept saying they. I don't remember if he said that it was the other hymns.
Yeah, because that's why, like at the end, they were like, "You wish you killed him." He was like, "Oh, I didn't."
That's right.
Yeah, I think it's they, because he's dangerous because he. I don't know what it is. I forget. I'm kind of confused, but like I think he wants to save the timeline. They want to destroy it or something like that. And
he was the one that when Hope touched his chair, she saw him like destroying worlds and timelines and shit.
Yeah, because that's the only way he can save it from himself, from his variants.
Save it.
Yes.
With air quotes. Yeah.
Yeah, but the variants want to destroy. Yeah, I don't know. He's
a bad man. And the fact that she was like, you're trapped here. And it's like, I'm not trapped here. They're all trapped here with me. He's like, I'm not locked in here with them. They're all locked in here with me. And he's like, this is my prison. I think she said it. It's like he turned his prison into his empire. Mm-hmm. And he did. He turned Bill Murray into a fucking traitor. Because her and Bill Murray were fighting the good fight. And he's like, you left me here with him. I had no other choice. What was I supposed to do? Yeah, it's like, I had no other choice but to fall in line or die. And I'm still alive.
Either live long enough to see yourself be a villain, or die being a hero.
Yeah.
Whatever Two-Face said. Bill Murray was like, money's good.
Yeah. And his look was good.
Yeah. 100%.
When he put that fucking the green and purple armor, like, is his look from the comics and everything. Mm-hmm. And the blue visor, because like I think in the show, like in everything else, he just has like a blue face. And they're like, blue visor, like, that's sweet. Yeah. It looked good.
Yeah, because
it looked 100%. Right. And I was like, it looked good.
And guess what? No one can be like, well, he isn't black. Yeah, you're right, because he's blue.
Yeah, he's fucking blue. Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Great, loved it.
I don't care if he's black, blue, purple. I don't care what color they are.
Yeah, exactly. Loved it.
Now they can say it and still be mad about it, and it makes even less sense because it's a fucking fictional character.
And his the lines on his face,
yeah,
are part of his suit or part of his costume. But
they're part of his look.
Instead of the lines, they're like
scars or something. Yeah, it looked great.
Great.
And when he had fucking Scott in prison, he's like, "You're an Avenger." He's like, "I'm one of the Avengers." I called the other ones like, "Oh, an Avenger."
Have I killed you before?
Have I killed you before? Which one are you? You want the hammer? No, that's Thor. We get confused a lot. Same body.
type.
Same hilarious. Hilarious. And he's like, you don't know. At the end, he's like, you know how many Avengers I've killed? How many revolutions I've put down? How many Avengers I've killed? I'm Kang.
You're just
And you talk to ants.
Yeah.
And then Michael Douglas fucking rolled up on there with the whole
with the ants.
anthill and dropped his ass. But I was like, he was sweet. He had his fucking lasers. He had, I don't even know what kind of technology he had there. He was just like, they were in the cells and just moving his arms and they were getting fucking
just
almost
a
got his
powerful
arm,
man.
almost broke their fucking arms. He
I don't know if he was.
beast.
I thought he was just. I think his powers.
Yeah.
Whatever his powers is, he's good.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
And he was sweet. I thought he did a great job in general. Like his performance is great. He plays a good villain, and it's great the way that they have so many of him that he could lose in every movie. He could be in every movie and get his ass beat for the next 3 phases, and there's still going to be more of him that are like a fucking threat.
Same. And he's formidable.
Yeah. Because he wasn't when they
He
washed
beat
him
the
away.
shit out of
When they
him.
washed him away with the ants, I was like that. I was a little like, is that how he goes out? No,
I was cool with it.
yeah, I was like,
I wasn't expecting. I don't know what I was expecting. I was just like, damn.
yeah, because like he got washed away, and then he just comes back at the end when they're all jumping through the portal. Like, oh, here's the end of the movie. Everyone jumped through, and Scott's like, oh, and fucking pushes his daughter through and gets blindsided. It's like, oh, this is where he dies, and he didn't.
He was fucked up though.
He did get fucked up. Whenever someone's fighting
Wait, who?
somebody, Scott.
Oh, I meant Kang.
And Kang.
Kang
But
was
like
fucked
whenever somebody's fighting somebody in a movie and they open their mouth and there's like blood in between their teeth, I'm like, they're gonna die.
Yeah.
I'm like, something's wrong with that guy.
He definitely wiped that blood away real quick, though. I will say that. When he was looking out with hope,
Yeah.
I was like, "Where's that blood at, bro?" I was like, "But whatever.
Yeah.
Do what you gotta
I
do."
ain't giving her no blood kiss.
Yeah, well, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
but he was fucked up.
Oh, he was definitely beat to shit. And it was all Kang.
Yeah.
It was pretty tough.
Yes.
It was good, though.
He was sweet.
Kang was. I knew he would be. He's good.
And that's everything I've seen about this movie said that he was a standout performance in a lame movie.
Don't see it.
And I'm like, where?
He was a standout
I was like,
performance.
you were half right.
You were half right.
You had us in the first half. And then
wrong
you
about
just
right.
poop your pants in front of everybody because I don't know what movie people saw that they didn't.
I
like.
didn't either.
I
Man.
liked it.
I can't wait to read the rest of stuff.
Yeah, now we can actually read reviews and be like, you guys are
Yes.
stupid.
That's what I like doing after not watching a new movie. I'm like, let me go see what people are dumb about.
Yeah, I should do that. Go read some reviews.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go to Twitter.
Okay.
Dislikes? Are we on dislikes now?
There's one other thing.
Oh, another like?
No.
Oh, okay.
Stan
Stanley
cameo.
You already know.
I think we know. I think we got the same
the
one.
shop owner.
Yep. Thank you,
Gotta be.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure he was in the trailer.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure we talked
We
about
both
that.
were like,
being
that
Stanley.
would have been him. Yeah.
It gotta be.
I feel like that was it really did look, it might not be the same dude, but I got the same, was he the same dude in the coffee shop from Spider-Man that we said could have been him at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home? When Peter walks in and MJ and Ned are there and there's like the old guy in the background. Was it the same
I
guy?
don't remember. I'd have to see it.
I forget.
Maybe. But honestly, maybe.
Either there, I was like either that guy and it would have been perfect, or maybe at the book reading.
Maybe at the book reading. I honestly didn't even think of another place.
Because
I was like, it's too perfect.
yeah, because the only other places that it would have like made sense would have to me like the book reading when he's walking down the street, like it could have been a selfie person or something. Because in the Quantum Realm, there was like the only other person that looked like a human being was Bill Murray, and I can't remember her name now, the leader of the Revolutionaries.
Terror.
Yeah, like it was those two, and that was it.
The only other person it could have been would have been a bartender in the Quantum Realm.
Yeah, and that thing was an alien or what, a quantum being or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
but I mean,
so,
they could've switched
but
it
yeah,
out,
but
but yeah.
it's used Spider-Man. That would have been perfect.
But that's the thing. I mean, either way, yeah, I didn't even think anything else because, of course, Stan Lee would confuse Ant-Man with Spider-Man and not charge him.
Need a
And
coffee.
Then when he find out he's
$12.
Ant-Man,
$12.
then charge him.
You're not the bug. You're the other bug who big, you little bug, and then you turn into the big bug. Yeah. $12.
$12.
12? Oh
12.
my God.
God, man.
Hilarious.
Gentrifying the fuck out of this
Whew.
neighborhood. But the funny thing is, though, if he's the new Stan Lee,
I'll take it.
Oh, yeah, I'm not mad at it. Somebody's got to do it.
What if that's Stanley's brother and we just didn't know? That'd be hilarious. I'm not gonna look it up, but
I'm gonna. I don't think he is, but I'm gonna look.
I'm
gonna
sure
look
he's
up who
not.
he is now because
yeah.
I don't know that it was him, but I get a vibe that it might have been him. It probably wasn't.
What, Stanley's brother?
No, the same dude from Spider-Man.
I hope it's Stanley's brother. What if it's like Jack Kirby, even though I know he's dead?
Broccoli Man, Hope's assistant, Lieutenant book signer.
What would it say?
Cafe owner, Ruben Rabasa, cafe owner. Okay.
AKA Stanley.
Right. He was in Antman and Wasp Quantumania. No, I don't think he was. He was in an episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I'll tell you, they just found an old white man with gray hair.
I
was
mean,
like,
you
let's
know,
do it.
we're a dime a dozen. So when they run out of them, they can throw me in there.
That's fair. I mean, it's a good calling.
He was in Police Academy 5.
Oh, goddamn.
No, he was not in. That was not him then, I guess.
This is the black guy from Police Academy. A robot.
God. Michael Winslow.
Okay. Dislikes him?
I didn't have any.
I had 0.
I didn't have any.
I dislike people, but not this movie. Okay. Easy peasy. Hilarious. Hoisted. Is that what it said? Is it hoisted?
I don't know.
We don't allow that effeminate talk around here, Chris. Man. We're like Tim Allen. Man.
Doing cocaine and power tools and hurting yourself.
Exactly. Talk about cancel culture. Anyway. Get arrested for cocaine and snitch on people and then get your own TV show.
Hey.
Canceling everybody.
Or you'd be like Roseanne and get fired from a show and call cancel culture and then get a fucking streaming special on Fox News or whatever the fuck
terrible.
it is.
Have you heard any of it?
No.
Oh, I heard it on TikTok.
I saw commercials for it.
She said,
I was like, well, it's called Cancel This. I'm like, yeah. So
her one big joke that she got an applause for was terrible. My pronouns are kiss my ass. I was like, okay.
Stupid.
What else you got?
Just going for the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, like, it's not even funny. We got it. That was 2019. Let's do 2023. Give me some new jokes.
No, she's got to get edgy. Pop an Ambien in her. That'll get her.
Yeah, like,
That'll
I
get
need
her
some
going.
new jokes. Like, I get it. Like, the old jokes are cool.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay. Yeah,
Give her some sleeping pills and give her access to Twitter, and then she'll write a whole new special.
Yeah, you gotta give me some new jokes. You know, at the end of the day, like, you gotta give me some new stuff. Like, yeah, that's how I feel about racism. Like, you gotta give me some new stuff. Like, what are you gonna do? You gonna do call me N-word? Okay, great. All right, cool. Let's brush that off.
It's been done.
What else you got?
It's been done.
What else you got? Because now let me start calling you some names. I know you gonna start crying.
Yeah.
Socialism. Boogeyman. Oh. The Queen of England. Anyway.
Careful now.
Yeah.
Now, wait a minute. Yeah. A second bus has hit the Queen. Hilarious. To me, at least. I thought that shit was funny. But anywho, let's rate this bitch.
Slushie. What is it?
Meter?
Yeah. No idea. I've
Slushie.
never done this podcast before. What do you got? 5th?
I'm going to put 5 on it.
Pleading the 5th. Same. It was a great movie. I thought it was
Yes.
a good movie. It was funny, topical, good energy.
Family.
Man, I don't know. This is a good movie, man.
Yeah.
I had a good time. I am not fatigued by the Marvel.
No.
If anything, I'm more interested.
Yes, honestly. Like, the more it's like, the more they make, the more I get intrigued because
How can I not be intrigued when I know Blade's coming? How can I not be intrigued when I know more Loki's coming? How can I not be intrigued when I know mutants are coming at some point?
Yes.
How can I not be intrigued when I see Jim as fucking Reed Richards? How can I not be intrigued when I know there's more Kang coming? Like,
Yes.
how can I not be intrigued when I see the poster of the Marvels?
Yeah.
Like-
oh my God. Yes. I forgot to tell you about. Ask if you had saw that.
Yeah, I saw the
Seen
poster.
it. Yes.
How can I not be intrigued?
Rambo, and Kamala,
Yeah.
and Carol.
How can I not? How can
Come
I not be
on.
intrigued? I'm intrigued by all of it. How can I not be intrigued when I know Iron Wars are coming? Or was it called Iron Wars?
Armor Wars.
Armor Wars.
Yeah.
And I know that it's going to be a movie now instead of a TV show.
Secret Invasion. Captain
Secret
America
Invasion.
versus NWO. Backstage brawl.
Yeah. Like,
it's gonna be good.
Sting coming down from the rafters.
Sting's
like,
gonna come in and he's gonna give Sam Wilson his bat.
I
He's
love
gonna
it.
clobber Hulk Hogan with it. He's gonna hit
Yeah.
Hollywood Hogan with it.
Because you know Hogan's going to have to fight against Captain America. He doesn't. Is Captain America going to stop him from writing the end on the trailer? Stop spray painting on the trailer like it's Fresh Prince.
No, the N was for Captain America.
Yeah, right.
He just started at the end. He's gonna go backwards.
Classic.
Well, yeah. Oh, never mind. Nope.
There it is. See?
No, I'll
You
say
see?
it. I'll say it. Because Captain backwards, he goes N-I, and then and then Sam comes in and cuts him off with the legs.
No. You gotta let me finish. You gotta let me finish.
Let him finish. Can I finish?
It was making me.
It's gonna be a maze.
Stop it. I'm done. Oh, Christ.
Yeah, 5's all around. Come on.
Yeah, definitely.
Come on.
It's a good show.
If you didn't like it, that's fine, but that's not me.
You're an idiot. If you don't chew Big Red, fuck
Fuck
you.
you.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's a good show. All right. Well, it's enough about Kang the Conqueror. Honestly, I mean, yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah, so good.
What's next? What's the next new movie coming out?
That we're gonna see.
March. What did we say?
Oh shit, we just walked past it.
We walked past a lot of movies.
Well, Cocaine Bear comes out this weekend. I kind of want to see that. I don't know if I want to do a podcast about it, but I kind of want to see that. No, something was coming out in March.
I saw the trailer and I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, I think I've seen enough.
That's fair. Like, I'm not going to go see this movie and expect it to blow my mind.
No,
But it looks
for
like
sure.
it should be entertaining at least.
It will be.
There is something. Oh, Shazam's coming out in March. Are we going to see that? Wait for it to be on HBO Max?
I don't know. Let me think about it. I mean, why not?
Because that comes out in March.
Well, what is it about?
Mario comes out in April.
What is Shazam about?
I forget what the next one is.
Black
I
Adam's
think
not
it's-
in
I
it.
think it's more
Superman's
of
not
the-
in it.
I think it's more of the other kids having Shazam powers also.
Yeah, but nobody's in it.
I don't know. I don't know.
Doesn't relate to anything DC.
No idea.
I don't know. We might have to wait.
Yeah, because there's that. Then that's
Now,
in
Flash.
March. That's in March. Then in April, you've got Mario,
Yeah,
which I want
Mario.
to see. That
Definitely.
Renfield movie. I want to see that. Doesn't necessarily have to be a podcast.
Okay.
But I want to see that.
Yeah. The 65. That's a Netflix show, right?
No, I think that's going to be a movie.
Oh.
I think that's going to be like in theaters.
Okay.
So I think that I forget when that comes out.
Okay.
But in May, it's what, Guardians.
Okay.
June is Flash.
Can watch people die for Guardians.
Flashman.
Yeah.
And I forget something else was in July. I forget. I don't know. But like, there's stuff coming out that I want to see. So, yeah. And then we each made a new list of movies that we want to do podcasts about. We got content.
Yeah, well,
We got content. We got to finish up the Turtles. We got all these other movies coming out. And we got other movies that we're going to watch that have been out that we just want to watch again. It's going to be good. We're going to redo all the Star Wars movies at some point. No. I'm kidding.
yeah, same.
I'm kidding, Keith, I promise.
No, I'm okay.
All of them but the original trilogy. There it is. That guy.
Come on now.
There
We
it
can do
is.
that. I mean, that's fair and fine. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I was telling Lydia about that. I was like, I don't get it. I don't know why I was talking about it. It was definitely to talk shit about the original trilogy. Oh, because there was like I don't know if there was like a video or something. There was something I was watching. It was on Twitter or TikTok, and they were showing people discussing the Empire Strikes. Is that
Empire Strikes Back?
Is that 2 or 3?
The second movie in the original trilogy.
Yeah,
episode 5.
And they were like, people were reviewing it at the theater or whatever, and they're like, "What'd you think?" Or "How was? Oh my god, it was amazing! It was the best."
Wait, at the theater, like in the 70s when it came out?
Yeah, in the 70s
or like 80s or whatever.
80s,
when it came out.
Yeah, and they're like, "It's our best movie ever," and I was just like, "See, I get that. That's fair." But now,
yeah, there's more Star Wars.
You're
now.
lying.
There were only 2 back then.
There were 2. I get it.
Now there's like 11 movies.
Empire Strikes Back definitely is better than A New Hope.
Yes,
I agree.
100%.
100%. I agree. But now you're a liar. I don't believe you. I've watched it with my own eyes. My Kylo Ren with a lightsaber can beat anybody.
Is it the best movie of the original trilogy?
I don't know.
I'd say so.
Fine.
I like Return of the Jedi more because Return of the Jedi is more fun.
That's fine.
But like Empire Strikes Back is probably the best out of the original trilogy.
That's fine.
But I mean, Revenge of the Sith, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, Rise of Skywalker, Force Awakens, even
Kylo Ren with a lightsaber.
Rogue One.
Darth Vader with a lightsaber. You can't tell me that's better than 67-year-old. The fuck is his name? Not Han Solo.
Mark Hamill.
Not Mark Hamill. What's his name? The old dude. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Alec Guinness.
You can't tell me 67-year-old Alec Guinness, who didn't want to do the fucking movie because he was a trained actor, and he didn't want to do the movie, but he collected a check.
Well,
Till the day he died, off of residuals. You can't tell me his is better than Kylo Ren.
no way.
Killing anybody.
No way.
No, you can't tell me that.
Computers, anything.
Computers, force choking people from
elevator,
anybody,
stopping a fucking laser bolt in midair,
and while
and freezing it there while he talks to what was his name?
Oh boy,
Not Christopher Plummer.
Oscar. Oh yeah, him too.
Max von Sydow.
Yeah.
In that one. Yes.
Well, he hadn't stopped it yet.
But he held it there where I talked to him.
While you talk to Oscar.
Yes. Max von Sydow did not get a talking to.
Yeah, he
got murdered.
He took full force of a star. Max von Sydow got cut down.
Charles Dance got cut down.
Listen, Charles Dance, you thought you had one eye now.
You put your good eye.
Listen, yeah, he cut that one. You thought you were a kid. Thought you were about to get saved. Not today.
Swing for the fences.
Yeah, no, like I said, I looked at her. She was like, okay. She hates when I know she has to. I don't get why she likes me. But literally, I was just like, I don't get it. Why do people like this? I get so mad. But either way.
Nostalgia's a big part of it.
I hate it.
I don't know.
I hate nostalgia. It's dumb.
I like it when it works for me.
I was telling her, I was like, memories are selfish. I was like, think about it. I was like, when you think about memories, they're only selfish because they're only good for you. They're not good for anybody else. Think about it. My memories aren't good for you. No one cares.
I mean, it might be if they involve me.
Maybe. What if you forget? Then I'm only remembering for myself. If you forget, then it's like, oh, I forgot. No. You have to remember. No, I don't. So it's like when I want to take a picture of something, I'm doing this for myself. Memories are a selfish act. It's like when you want to take a picture of something, when you want to do something, it's a selfish act for you. Or like think about it like, oh, I took these pictures for you when you get older. Give a fuck?
Yeah.
I don't care. You care. I don't give a shit.
Toss them in the garbage.
I was a half a year old.
Because guess who didn't hire a wedding photographer? Me.
Same.
Don't need one.
Yeah, because they were like, hey, I took all these baby pictures so you can look at them later. I don't care what I look like as a baby.
You know what people take baby pictures for? This will be the last thing I will go off about, maybe. To me, what people take baby pictures for is so they can bust them out when that person brings home somebody to the family.
Facts.
For embarrassing purposes. Like, hey, look at this stupid outfit we fucking put him in. What a piece of shit.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
This guy.
You're going to fuck this?
Did he have a choice? Yeah. No. Did he pick it? No.
What a bitch.
Laugh at him.
What an idiot.
Laugh at his ass. Dummy.
Didn't we dress him up stupid?
All terrain, dummy.
Yeah, to me, that's what baby pictures are for.
Yeah.
Because my parents, that I'm aware of, never pulled out baby pictures to just look at. I never walked in to visit them like, oh, hey, I'm here to do laundry. We were just looking at old photos of you.
Never did.
No, never.
Because memories are
Never. But you know what they did when fucking Megan came over at some point or another? They brought out a couple of pictures of me. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, you still look like that. I was like, yeah, I did. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened from then and now, but I look like shit.
I didn't do it.
Yeah. Like something happened to that baby that turned him into this. Take a picture of me now and laugh at me. Yeah. Because this is my fault.
This is my choice.
This is my fault.
I chose this.
I chose this.
But also laugh at yourself because you chose this.
Yeah. But she would not do that. She did not look at those photos and was like, "Oh, stupid. Stupid baby."
She went home, looked at the mirror. Stupid.
yeah. She did that later. She's like, I have to go to the bathroom. It's like, I have to go to the bathroom. And she looked in the mirror and was like, you can do better than this.
Sorry, Chris.
And then she settled. And then she chose to settle. And that's fine for me.
Marriage.
I did that the other night and we both laughed for like 5 minutes. Like out of nowhere. We were just like, I was like, marriage. And we both just cracked up.
You have to.
Stupid.
Dictionary definition. A fusing of two hot metals.
God.
All right, this is going on too far. We gotta go. This has been Keith.
And this is Chris.
That was our review of memories.
Memories.
All right, I'm out. Where's the stop button?